Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Spellbinder's report on an article I came across today, which really makes me mad. I am ticked off. Federal judge rules BP not responsible for cleanup. Taxpayers are. That means higher prices at the pump. And the people that's been impacted down there along the coast from this oil spill won't get nothing. Oh, New Orleans. CN ruling in favor of Transocean and BP. A federal judge on Thursday dismissed third-party environmental claims and giant pleading bundle in the Deepwater Horizon oil spill litigation, saying the fact that the oil flow has stopped, that's to be seen. I wish we'd need to send some private investigators down there that have scubaing and check these out and make sure they're stopped. Makes those lawsuits irrelevant. That's right. They're telling them now, oh, those lawsuits are now irrelevant because they stopped the oil flow. Oh, really? And that's supposed to just stop everything of all the damage it's done and everything. People, this is really serious. These people are getting away with this. They should all be in prison, and all their money, BP should be abolished, and all the money spent to repair the damage. They should not exist today. But yes, here they are, existing today and getting away with it. Getting away with bloody murder because of one federal judge probably paid off a couple of $1 million in a Swiss bank account and is going to say, hey, it stopped flowing, so now we're not have to worry about it. Oh, that judge needs to be indicted. The injunction at this stage would be useless. Not only is there no ongoing release from the well, that's what they're saying, but there is also no viable offshore facility from which any release could possibly occur. The U.S. District Judge Carl Barbier, if you want, wrote the Macondo as well is dead, and that the remains of the Deepwater Horizon vessel on the ocean floor where it capsized and sank in 5,000 feet of water. Moreover, BP and the agencies comprising of the Unified Area Command have been and are cleaning up the Gulf of Mexico. An inquiry is not readdressably by a citizen's suit when the injury is already being addressed. Judge Barbier is overseeing the massive consolidated oil spill litigation, which has been divided into bundles based upon the nature of the claims. In instances where claims in the D1 bundle pertain to how the oil is being cleaned up, Barbier ruled that even if he allowed those claims to go forward, the claimants are not directly involved in the cleanup, so a ruling in their favor would not affect how the cleanup is progressing. The D1 defendants do not unilaterally direct the cleanup activities in the Gulf. Such activities have been under the control of the National Incident Commander, whoever that faceless person is, Federal On-Scene Coordinator, and faceless bureaucrats. I'm telling you, these people are evil. Unified Area Command and the Coast Guard in cooperation with federal agencies. Thus, plaintiffs cannot show that an order from this court would actually resolve any potential deficiency in the ongoing cleanup. Barbier wrote, in order to prevail on their claims for injunctive relief, plaintiffs must demonstrate an ongoing violation of various statutes on which the plaintiff's claim for relief is based. Because of the Macondo well is dead and no longer discharging oil, like I said, somebody needs to go down there and private enterprise and go down there and check this out. Plaintiffs' only claim are confined to seeking environmental citizen suits injunction relief of prospective nature to stop non-compliance in the form of continued release of oil. Thus, the citizen suit claims brought by the plaintiffs are moot, because no further orientated injunction can provide any meaningful relief for plaintiffs in terms of stopping discharges that's already concluded in mid-July of 2010. Again, has it stopped? I've heard it hasn't. Transocean Deepwater Horizon's drilling rig, operated by BP, exploded and burned 50 miles off the Louisiana coast on April 20th of 2010, killing 11 and setting off the world's worst oil spill in history. Millions of gallons of oil were spilled in the next 84 days. Millions of gallons. And the co-exit that they use, that's an environmental impact damage that hasn't been cleaned up. They haven't done anything about that. That stuff is still setting near the bottom of the Gulf, killing all the life on the bottom. These people, I mean, it's just like, what's this lie and lie some more? More than 100,000 people have filed lawsuits seeking damages from the spill. The lawsuits dismissed on Thursday belong to the D1 pleading bundle. The D1 bundle claims were filed by third-party organizations that allege environmental damages under the Clean Water Act and the Endangered Species Act and the Comprehensive Environmental Response and the Comprehension and the Liability Act and the Emergency Planning and Community Right to Know Act. This was the first ruling arising from issues addressed during the May 26 hearing on the defendants' motions to dismiss the particular bundles. Claims with varying types of damage were included in more than one bundle, depending on the type of claim. In dismissing the D1 claims, Barbier said the claims could still be heard if they seek damages for violations other than environmental claims. To the extent that the plaintiffs assert claims under general maritime law, oh great, lost. See, it's under lost. That's a UN thing. And or state law, the courts will consider those claims separately when it addresses the pending motions to dismiss the B1 bundle master complaint. Barbier wrote during the May 26 hearing, Barbier indicated that he might find the claims asserted in the D1 bundle were moot. The fundamental argument is that all this is all moot because the well is sealed. Barbier said, has he gone down there and checked himself? Has he sent somebody independent of BP or anyone else involved in taking kickbacks to go down and check? During the hearing, Ervin Gonzalez, the plaintiff's steering committee, said the cleanup has not been adequate and the environment is suffering. Greg Buppert, an attorney and defenders of wildlife, told Barbier at the hearing that the Endangered Species Act is not linked to this well spill. It is linked to the take of species. In response, Barbier cited the federal government investigation of the spill. Oh, the federal government investigation of the spill, not independent people that have nothing to do with any of the damages or have anything to gain. Federal attorneys have said that criminal charges will be filed if the investigation turns up evidence of willful negligence by the defendants. Because of the continuing investigation, the government has tried to keep certain issues undercover. See, undercover. For instance, autopsy results of the hundreds of dead baby dolphins that have washed up along the Gulf Coast have been kept private, and independent scientists have not yet been allowed to conduct their own autopsies. Isn't that what the federal government is doing? Barbier asked on May 26. It sounds like you think that they may not be doing it right. Later that day, Barbier told Buppert, it's speculative right now. You're summarizing that somebody is going to do something that you don't like. Attorneys did not immediately return calls for comment. There you go. The cover-up keeps going on, and the people getting sick and dying along the coast keep going on. I mean, this is how it's done. This is how they roll. Oh, man. Well, until next time, this is Spellbinder's Report. Good day. Be good at it, and keep fighting. There is oil down there still. There is things. I mean, the oil's still down there. The co-exit's holding it down. It's killing everything on the bottom of the Gulf. I mean, I don't know. That's not cleaned up to me. Cleaned up is go down there and start suckling all that crap out of the Gulf and get it all out of there. If it takes 10 years, it's their responsibility. It's BP did it. I mean, there was so much evidence. The guy calling up at the time it happened, telling somebody in Houston, see, I told you this was going to happen. I told you it was going to do this. I mean, there's just so much proof. There's so much evidence out there that something was wrong. I mean, even the people who had investments, like Obama's investment company, pulls money out before it happens. The CEO of BP pulls his money out before it happens. A lot of people pull their money out before it happened, out of the stocks for BP. I mean, it's all like there. Well, good day. And be good.